I told you that I stopped running ads to my business for nearly 3 years. And in those 3 years, my client retention went from a few months to 2 years. Today, I'm about to break down exactly why I'm so bullish on organic audience building and why I believe that it creates a stronger business foundation than paid traffic. I'm also going to talk about when it makes sense to combine both strategies for maximum impact. So with that, let's get into it. So a little background here. At the time, I had just started my Facebook ads agency. So we were mostly working with e-commerce brands and scaling their businesses online. So as you can imagine, I was pretty good with Facebook ads. And so not only were we running it for our clients, but we were also running it to acquire clients for our business. Now, this is the height of Facebook ads, right? And I hate to even use that language because I don't want people to think that Facebook ads don't work anymore. They do, and we still use them and we still run them for clients. But I'm talking 2021, 2022. And if you guys know about those years in Facebook ads, it was a good time. So every day we were getting 2 to 3 book calls, new clients. We had a huge sales team, and we even scaled to 7 figures in 7 months. But at the end of that trajectory, I look back at the P&L and I realized that none of that cash was actually going into my pocket. So on paper, our revenue line was pretty large. And that's the thing that a lot of people like to talk about, the revenue number. And it's also something I fell victim to and talked about a lot as well. But I am a very transparent and honest person. And although I was talking about this revenue number, I was looking at my own pockets like, I don't see where any of that money is. Our business is struggling financially. I was struggling financially. And I was like, okay, going into year 2 into this business, something has to give. And I'm glad I had this realization around year 2, year 3, instead of doing what most people do and keep that cycle going for years to come. So in October of 2022, I finally made the decision, we're going to turn off all ads. And remember, I told you that probably at this point, 80 to 90% of our business was coming through Facebook ads. So for me as a CEO to say, hey, we're halting all Facebook ad spend, we're not running any more ads, that was a pretty scary decision for me to make, and also pretty scary for my team. I had a hunch that if we could build organically, we could build an even stronger business. I was also trying to push a lot of our clients to start building organically as well, but they weren't listening to me. Again, Facebook ads were working. And so there's this thing that I like to do in my business. And whenever I'm trying to get clients to do something new, I often lead by example, or at least try to lead by example first to learn all the lessons and do's and don'ts, right? I like to put my own money and my own brand at risk. Second, when something does work, clients can see because I've been doing it, right? And now it's easier for me to sell it to them. In October of 2022, I said, all right, I'm having this thesis that organic is going to build stronger businesses, stronger business foundations. And so if I have this thesis, I need to put my money where my mouth is and stop all ads and commit to building organically, commit to building my audience, my personal brand, and the foundation of our business organically. Very, very scary time. Now, this is a long game, but what ended up happening was we absolutely did just that. I started to DM folks, reach out to people organically. I started doing more talks and more speeches to boost up my content organically. It wasn't an immediate success, right? So like with ads, you can put $1 in and you could get $2 back almost immediately. Or for us, we could put $1 in and get back a call immediately or a lead immediately. Organic is a totally different game. It required a lot of legwork for me and still requires a lot of legwork for me. I probably spend at this point around 90 to 120 minutes every day making content to build up this organic brand that is fueling our business. But for the first 6 months or so, it really took a lot of my time. I was probably spending 3 to 4 hours a day on content, finding stages to talk on, posting content, trying to collab with people, going on different podcasts, right? A lot of my time and groundwork was spent on laying the foundation for this organic brand. But again, what started to happen was we started to attract way better clients. I'm talking 10 times better clients. We actually built up a whole new agency with a better offering, better systems. We actually started to hire better employees because I was posting so much content that folks that I was wanting to work for me were inspired by that content, right? They saw the mission that I was on. They saw the different values that I believed in. So we were able to hire better better team members. We were able to find better clients. And again, those clients start to stick around way longer than the clients that came through paid ads. And so I'm not always right with my theses, but this thesis of organic is the way to build one of the strongest foundations. I think we can say I was kind of right with that. And again, this is from my own personal experience and now also putting the system into our clients' brain. I have not ran a single ad for our business since October of 2022. Now this might change soon. I might start experimenting with some ads this year or next year. I'm not completely sure yet, but I know because of the bricks that we've been laying to build up our organic brand, I know those ads are going to do 10 times better than they were even doing in 2022. And one of the things though that I really want to break down here, and that I tell clients all the time, is that organic audiences are so much more stickier. So our client retention, as I noted, is about 2 years right now. When we were solely getting 90% of our clients through paid ads, we had a retention of about 4 to 6 months, which in the agency world is not bad at all. It's actually pretty good. Typical agency is like 3-month retention, which is why there's generally those 3-month long contracts. And so we were looking at probably like 4 to 6 months. Mostly our clients were leaving because I was cutting them. What we were seeing was like, we were getting just really bad fit clients. A lot of clients that just didn't fit our mindset, our thought process when it comes to marketing. Not that they were bad people necessarily, but I think when it comes to working with any service provider, you have to kind of be on the same wavelength with the theses and thought processes that you're thinking. And so again, once I started to build organically, I started to share how I think about business, how I view the world. I share my values, the things that really fire me up. And so clients that identify with the same thoughts and values that I identify with were attracted to me. And so not only are we bringing in just better businesses overall, higher revenue clients and businesses as well, but we're bringing in people that fit our thought process and our workflow and our style because they've seen so much of my content that they get to kind of know who I am, what I stand for, kind of my working style, right? My flow, my vibe. And if they relate to that, they come in. If they don't resonate with that, right? Which we need to understand that you're not going to be for everybody. I'm not for everybody, right? And so it's this immediate filter that works in everyone's favor, right? If it's like, Casey's not really my vibe, not my style, I'm probably not going to book a call and I'm probably not going to become a client. Now, if Casey is my style, my vibe, I'm probably going to book a call. I'm probably going to become a client. And so that is, I think, a big reason as to why our retention has gone up. Now, I did note something earlier. Because of this organic foundation we've been laying, I've also been able to hire better team members that are also able to serve our clients better. And so there's 2 pieces there that go into the retention, right? Having a good client and offering them a great service. And so we're able to, like, as a byproduct of our organic brand, level up those 2 areas. And it's something that enough people do not talk about. Now, if we juxtapose that with paid ads, what's happening when we see a paid ad? Somebody is on Facebook or Google or YouTube, wherever you're running these paid ads. They see some really good offer or some really good hook and tagline. I was a good marketer, so there's ads of me out there coming out of bushes, doing crazy things to stop the scroll, right? We got to do that as a marketer. But so they see that, they stop. They then hit a landing page with some really good offer, some really good things, right? They're intrigued, right? They got some emotion. They book a call with our team, but they don't know too much about me and what I stand for. All they know is that I made a really good ad that stopped them. I had a really good landing page that collected their information. We had some really good email sequences that got them on this call. And even though I'm probably a good natural salesperson and we had a great sales team, we were able to close a lot of these clients, but still they're not coming in with that full understanding of who we are, what we stand for, and vice versa. We aren't able to really kind of get to know this client. And so now with this organic foundation, clients mostly come inbound to us at this point or through referral. But because they've consumed so much content, when I jump on a call with them, it kind of already feels like they know me. And it also positions me, I hope this doesn't come across wrong, but it positions me with even more authority. And so now as soon as I get on a call with somebody, they feel like they know me, what I stand for, because they've probably consumed so much of my content. And so I am now in this authority seat and authority position where I get to really dive into their business, ask them the sensitive questions. I feel super confident on these calls because they came inbound to me, right? And so even in this sales process now, it's a lot more open, it's a lot more transparent, and it's a lot more like, hey, like we might not be a good fit. I've actually said no to 3 clients this week. I had 3 sales calls with 3 clients and it wasn't a good fit, right? I helped them out. They enjoyed the conversation. But because probably I feel like I'm in this authority seat, it also helps me as a CEO, as a business owner, and even our sales team to say no to folks when it's not right for them or us. right? And that's the brand and reputation we want to leave out in the world. I also say this a lot to our clients. And if we look at the economy right now, I know a lot of people are talking about a recession and different things like that. But if we look at the economy, one of my good friends, Dr. Erica Jordan-Thomas, said, we are not necessarily just in an economic recession, we're in a trust recession. We are in a recession of folks being so saturated with so much content, especially since 2020, so much content, so many promises that our consumers, our prospective clients have been saturated with. So not only are we in this economic recession, we're also in this trust recession where consumers just don't know who to trust anymore. And we all fall into this bucket. I fall into this bucket. You fall into this bucket where our lens has been skewed a bit. We have a stronger lens, I should say, stronger discernment for who's real and who's not, but we still have some trust issues. And naturally so, rightfully so. Again, what organic content does, even pre-sale, or even if you are selling products, right? Even if you're just selling yourself, you're trying to sell yourself, which is what, in the grand scheme of things, we're all trying to do every day. And so if we're trying to do that, one of the best ways to do that is through organic content. If somebody is able to sit and consume an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 17 hours of you and your content, they're able to use their discernment tool that has been strengthened over the past 5 years. They're able to use that tool to say, is this person for me? Who I know, like, and the big thing, trust this person. And if so, now I'm booking a call with them. And so now you're even getting on these calls, or people are buying your products, or people are signing up to your newsletter, and you're not needing to get over that big hump of trust me, because they've been able to trust you on their own. And that's one of the biggest hurdles and the biggest wins of all of this is that you're allowing your potential consumers, customers, viewers to just build trust on their own. You're not saying, hey, trust me. You're allowing the viewer, the buyer, to build that on their own. And that trust is 10 times stronger than me telling somebody, hey, you should listen to me and trust me. And so I know I'm getting very passionate about this. And I hope you guys can feel this energy through the screen. I get passionate about this because so many people come to me like, oh, I'm scared to post. Oh, I don't want to do this. Oh, the ads are working for me. Or like, I just make money in silence. And I get it. For the folks that thrive off impact like I do, I tell people all the time how organic content is your best vehicle for creating impact in this world. I know that my time here on this earth is short, and I know I want to build something that lasts beyond the 100 years that I might be here. And organic content, and especially these videos and photos, like these things are going to live. Somebody in 300 years can probably see this video, and that is mind-blowing to me. And so that drives me. But for the other folks who may not be as driven by impact or this kind of long-term view, which is fine, and maybe you're more money-driven, more numbers-driven, more business-driven. If we also want to think about the business that you're building, whether it's the business of you, right? The business of you might look like you write a book one day, or you do brand deals, or you want to get speaking gigs, right? Whether it's the business of you, or you're actually building a business, organic content fuels that tremendously. Show me something else out there that builds a stronger foundation for your business outside of organic content. Please show me. If you show me, please email me. If you know one, please email me, because I spend a lot of time creating organic content. So if there is something else that takes less time and it builds a stronger foundation for my businesses, please email to me. What I also want to say is that I am not anti-ads, right? I am not anti-ads. I love ads. We still run a lot of ads. I am anti building the foundation and scale, right? Foundation and scale of that business solely relying on ads. I am anti that, because look at this. If we build our foundation organically, we're going to be able to test our offers. We're going to be able to probably acquire better team members, better clients, better customers. But we're going to be able to do so many things better if we scale, at least lay that foundation organically. And now we just layer on ads on top of that. I used to tell our clients all the time, all ads are a microphone to whatever is already going on. It's just a megaphone, right? Or microphone, an amplification to whatever is already going on. So if my foundation is already weak, I have a weak offer, I have weak team members, I have a weak message, right? All ads are gonna do is amplify that to millions more people. And what is that doing to our personal brand and our reputation? Bad. What I am super pro of is building our foundation organically, We can also scale organically as well, right? But I am pro of building our foundation organically and then scaling and leveraging ads for just what they do. Increase our reach and just be a megaphone to the things that are already going on at our foundation. Organic for the foundation, ads for the amplification. That's it. That's the sauce right there. Again, think about it. I can break this down metaphorically for you guys. If you see an ad of me talking about my marketing agency, it might be great. My hair might stick out a lot to you. But if you see an ad of Gary Vee and his marketing agency, whose ad do you think is going to perform better? Who do you think is going to get more clicks and more book calls? Casey Brown or Gary Vee? And I don't have any ego here, right? I want to be super transparent with y'all. Gary Vee's ad is going to work 10 times better, 100 times better, because for organic reach. People didn't form this relationship with Gary Vee, this strong tie to Gary Vee, through an ad. They formed it through his social media posts, his content every day, his books, his podcasts. All of these things build this very strong association and relationship with Gary Vee. And so now when he runs ads, his ads are going to perform 1,000 times better than somebody that does not have that same reach and relationships with as many people as he does. And so that is why I'm on a mission to expand my reach, expand my goodwill, put out more content. And that's why I'm also trying to take y'all with me. I've seen what me being intentional about my brand for 2 to 3 years has done for me, and I'm super, super pro on it. But I also know what's gonna happen if I keep playing this game how I'm playing it for the next 20 years. And I don't wanna be the only one benefiting from this impact and reach that I'm gonna be able to have. I want all of you guys to be there too. I say it in probably almost every other video. There is enough out there for us to all win. And so if you are watching this video, if you're one of the 100 people watching this video, because I'm not optimizing these YouTube videos right now for views and stuff. I don't know if you guys can tell that. What I'm trying to do right now is just get my reps in and get my thoughts up before I have to make it more structured and make it more simplified for the reach and all that stuff. I'm really trying to be on here and give y'all some value. So for the 200 people that are gonna watch this video, I hope 2 of y'all hear me and join me on this 20-year journey. So I'm not the only one up there. The more personal brands we can build, the more great impact is gonna be out in this world, especially for the people like you, right? I know the person that clicked on this video and watching me is a pretty decent person, right? And I want your voice to be amplified more. I want your business to be stronger. What I task you with is understanding how organic content should be used for the foundation of your business and your brand. Paid ads is an amplification tool. Beyonce still runs ads, right? Michelle Obama runs ads. So I'm not saying Tabitha Brown runs ads, right? I'm not saying no ads. I'm saying let's become a Tabitha Brown. Let's become a Beyonce level. Let's become a Gary Vee level of reach person. How we do that is through organic content, right? And then we layer on ads to just amplify it. Now we're spending $100 on ads, and that $100 is returning us $1 million outside of $100 returning us $5 because those ads are so good now. So many more people recognize our face when we come across that ad. So many people already know what we stand for and just want to opt into whatever we're pushing, whatever we're selling. I hope you guys hear me. I got super passionate about this one. I am in between meetings right now, so I just wanted to get these thoughts off. As always, let me know what questions you guys have. Let me know what comments you have. Let me know what thoughts you have. And let me know what more videos you want from me.